Lights low, mics hot. Yeah, let's get into it. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. Brick wall behind me, headlines loud, but they never define me. They rush the story, skip the proof, I slow it down, let it show the truth. Files on deck, read every line. Timestamps matter, so does time. If it don't fit, I don't force the frame. Ask one question, whole story change. No fear my voice, no need to shout. Paper speaks when you read it out. If the math's off, I'll circle twice. Truth ain't loud, but it ain't nice. Yeah. Again. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Read it again. They sell a narrative if I sell receipts. Courtroom quiet, but the pages speak. Word
It's time to clock in. Crime o'clock starts now.
Screenshot save, time I tight, missing pieces keep me up at night. If they say you're late, did I say why? If they say case closed, I say try. No rush here, we do it right. Truth don't bend for the likes of hype. If you came for noise, you in the wrong spot. This is evidence, this is crime o'clock. Clock, clock, clock. Stay with me. This isn't background noise. This is pattern recognition. This is documents. This is crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Say it with me now. Crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Typically unique. It's crime o'clock. If you're here, you're early. If you're listening, you're paying attention. Show starts now.
It's time to clock in. Crime o'clock starts now.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody today? Hope you're doing good. I'm feeling a little better. I wasn't so sure when I woke up this morning, but a little bit every day. So this is typically unique crime o'clock. We're talking everything to true crime here with our focus on the Nancy Guthrie case, of course. And today I wanted to talk about all the questions we have about this investigation. And Clover, hello, starting off with a great question, like the verification of Nancy arriving home is a 2-minute garage door activator. And does she have a camera on that side of the house? I seem to believe she did. Did it take her 2 whole minutes to walk through the garage? That I don't know. We don't really know. I don't think it's been specifically described how well she walks. All they said was like so many yards. I think she used a cane or something, but yeah, great question to start off with. We're going to talk about lots of things. What information? My big thing is, I keep saying every day this week, I'm like, I'm going to go back through all the pressers and well, the two we've had two. What exactly was said? Because the information we're getting is from media. And one of the things I'm going to share with you today is they were slamming streamers, implying like low-level YouTubers and TikTokers. But there's mainstream media on social media also. They seem to be excluding them, but the information is getting, I don't know if it's leaked. They'll say, my sources, my sources. It either comes from that or it comes from their guests on their shows. So it's we can't verify where their information. You just have to, just trust us effect. So yeah, I kind of wanted to sort through everything. We're going to look at nothing major new that came out, but the whole Mexico connection. There is another missing person from Tempe, Arizona. Could be totally unrelated. There's lots of missing people. It's interesting. I will say that. So I want to share that with you. And then did you know that the Pima County Sheriff's Department has a reality show? I can't. I'm going to show you the clip, but now I'm like, I want to watch all the footage with this new lens of, is there a TV show camera following these cops around? Like, I want to look for that. Have any of you heard of this or saw this? Crazy. Let me say hello to everybody that's hopped in so far. Ruth Ann, you heard that last night. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, but do you think they're doing a banger job? There's been lots of conflict. Maybe that's why they wanted to do a reality show about it, because of the conflict. Shits and giggles. Hello, fellow Earthling. Christina. Thank goodness you're here, Christina. Holding down that chat. Thank you. You're okay. Always do what you have to do first. Mike is here. Last 24 on the mic. Hello. Pamela Edwards. Hello. Clover. You started us off with that great question. Skull gang. I saw you were streaming new songs. All right. We are awaiting the proof of aliens, right? Right. Okay, let's kick this off with, oh my goodness. What is this? Got something spinning here. Oh, that's old. We can get rid of that one. Okay. All right. Is this the one? Nope. I got it queued up. I thought I did. Hold on one second. This is crazy. And after I show you guys this, oh my gosh, they have like so many shorts and clips of this show. Yeah, here it is. Okay. We'll just start off with a little. As soon as I get it.
A slow night could turn fast very quickly. A slow night could turn fast very quickly.
World going to this right now.
Put your pants off!
It's lawless out here.
Desert Law premieres Wednesday, January 7th at 10 with Crime and Investigation on A&E. Watch next day on the A&E.
Sonoran Desert. Daytime temp. Where daytime temps can kill. Real danger. Wait till dark.
A slow night could turn fast very quickly.
911 emergency.
The whole world going to this right now.
Put your hands up! It's lawless out here.
Desert Law premieres Wednesday, January 7th at 10 with a private investigation on A&E. Watch next day on the A&E app.
A&E, you guys. A&E. Check it out. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. So yeah, I'm gonna look for that. How they're following them around. All right. So why are they so mad at streamers? What's up with that? What are you doing? Oh, I stopped sharing. Hello, everybody that's coming in. Welcome in, welcome in. Talking about a couple, light topics to get us into the show today.
Cops say they've had it with the army of YouTube streamers camped out in front of Nancy Guthrie's home.
We're here at Nancy's home to try to just get some information.
True crime influencers from across the nation have descended on Tucson, streaming for hours on end.
Now, there is a person that they did spot with a backpack going through someone's gate.
Any snippet of information becomes major breaking news streamed live.
We heard the guy go in, but when he was coming out, he said, I got it. I got it. Don't know what that is.
Jimmy Williams sits in a lawn chair streaming around the clock. In this live stream, he teases shocking chaos at the Guthrie house. So what was the chaos? He got in an argument with Nancy Guthrie's neighbor over where he parked his car.
The only action that's been out here is when the lady called the police on me.
Distractions like that, standing out here in the parking lot and screaming how bad the sheriff is, how does that help this investigation move forward?
Streamer Damian Enderly says his audience is hungry for coverage of the case and blames a lack of information from law enforcement for the surge in conspiracy theories.
Right now, it's kind of spiraled in so many directions, and the sheriff has not had a press conference.
They're actually doing more harm than good right now.
Arizona State Legislator Alma Hernandez has a blunt message for the streamers.
At the end of the day, if they really truly want to be helpful, they should probably go home.
Sloppy influencers and would-be sleuths.
Chris Cuomo is also slamming the streamers and podcasters. He really went after Megyn Kelly for focusing a lot of attention on Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law, who has been cleared of any suspicion in the case.
She doesn't know a damn thing.
Kelly is hitting back.
Nobody watches his show on News Nation, and I mean nobody. And therefore, he gets upset at anybody who does well, like our show, and he gets jealous.
Oh my goodness. Where'd my mouse?
This case is receiving stands out, and it's a question we get a lot, and it's a criticism these cases.
All right. That was what we were looking at yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right. So everybody's covering this case because we want to find Nancy. I don't know if you guys saw, but they have started a new I don't want to call it a memorial flower. Everybody's dropping off yellow flowers outside her house at the mailbox, and the first time I saw the image of it, it was very emotional. Like, people are coming from all over to show their support, and it's about finding Nancy, not having these little, quarrels with each other. Oh my goodness. So I saw your comment, badass. Hello. There is some misinformation that gets out there. Like, I can't tell you how nervous I get when you think you see something, some information interesting, and especially on Twitter. Oh my gosh, you have to be so careful with Twitter. Like, I have to look at who posted it, where did they get it from, like double check it, to try to make sure that it's information that at least came from a news station. Like, that's my lowest level of trying to verify things. But then even when you think about the news, where are they getting it from? Because the sheriff isn't, supposedly in charge, and he's not making public statements in the form of press conferences or even anything too much written. So it's either coming from their, like I said earlier, their sources or whatever. But my point is, I think we have a high chance of information not being verified because it's just not. That's just the way this is. So it can happen with anybody. I mean, I've learned since, but I think sometimes we learn the hard way, like don't rush to put something out because you have to make sure that it's true, right? That sheriff. I know. He's quick to, even in that little clip that I just showed, he'll comment on his criticism. He's quick to come out and clap back about that, but not sharing information that they should be sharing the information that the public can be helpful with. I've got some news that we're going to look at where, and I think I've even heard this interview before, but hearing it again, I picked out a comment where they were talking about a car. And I was like, do they actually have a car description? Because the way that they were talking, I think they were talking about them taking the investigation into Mexico. To me, what the person said seemed like they were following a car, like they had a certain car they were following. And I'm like, either a car or a phone or something like that, because they were talking about electronic ways of finding somebody crossing into Mexico. Okay. But I did think they implied it was a car. That to me would be something useful to tell the public. Be on the lookout for a car. Like, oh my gosh, we were all looking for white Hyundai Elantras. Helantras. That's the new word for it. A Helantra. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about that? What other information? They gave us a description with that sketch, and I found a clip also. We're going to look at that. I was curious how they made that sketch, right? Like the guy's wearing a mask. We don't know that they have any other footage. So, and there's no eyewitnesses. So how did they make that sketch? Actually, since I'm talking about it, let's look at that right now. How did they get this sketch of the person?
Cops say they've had it with the army of YouTube streamers camped out in front of Nancy Guthrie's home.
Now we're here at Nancy's home to try to just get some.
I always make myself links, or I actually have the videos saved. So let me figure out which one I did. Okay. Got to get back over here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Take a second to hit that thumbs up button if you would. I know there's some new people in here. If you would like to subscribe so you can join us back here every day. All right, I'm looking for the information about the sketch. I was like, are you kidding me? That's how you made the sketch? But at least we can know. There it is. Okay, got it. Megyn Kelly getting the information. What did you guys think about her beef with Chris Cuomo? They were going at each other. Like they think just little YouTube channels are bad. Like they were fighting like middle school girls on the air. Like, come on. Hey, Italian girl.
Guinness Book of World Records when she was honored about how she helps crime victims remember faces, because she said so many of them will come in and say, I didn't see the face. I don't know. And just listen to Lois here.
I've had witnesses that were screaming, I never saw the face. They screamed, they never saw the face. Well, here's 2 tricks. Number 1 is you ask them, what kind of hair did they have? And everybody remembers hair. I mean, human beings are obsessed with hair. That's why high school's so.
It's very clever, right?
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, her whole demeanor is good. So she took a shot at coming up with a sketch based on Nancy's abductor, based on the mask. Like,
Wow.
she took a look at his masked face, and here it is. For listening audience, it looks like a Hispanic man. He looks, forgive me, kind of handsome. A good head of hair. The black mustache sort of right down into a goatee that doesn't have hair all out throughout the chin, just a line of it going down the sides of his little mouth and down into like a devil beard with the soul patch connected with a little devil beard, but not a pointed beard. He has a nice nose. He's got a little age on his face. I'd say this man here is late 30s, and he's got the eyes that you see in the actual photo from
Hi,
Nancy's
Jesse.
ring cam, Nest cam, in that the sides of the eyes, the outside end of the eyes, go maybe ever so slightly upward. You know, they tilt almost just a little bit upward at the outside. There's no
is
hood on those eyelids. This guy
here.
does not
Bacon.
need the plastic surgery that gets rid of the upper eyelid. And we were told yesterday by law enforcement, FBI, that's what they were doing on Nancy's porch with that tent, as Jim and Maureen said. They were figuring out how tall the perp was, and they've now said 5'9" to 5'10". So this guy doesn't look particularly large in stature in the way she's showing him in her sketch that she came up with. And just before I get it to you guys to weigh in on, I'm going to give you one more thing on Lois Gibson. She's solved all these cases, or helped solve. And one of the best was this case of a non-fatal shooting of a cop named Officer Paul Deason.
Okay, we'll listen to the rest of that in a minute. You guys are making some good comments. Hey, Chillin, how are you today? Hi, Jessie Lynn. Hi, Kenny. Hello. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bacon, eggs, and hash. I always say breakfast is here when I see you. It is speculation. When I first saw that sketch, I was guessing, like, did they make the sketch just based off that masked face, because there is no other information? And yes, that's what she did. So take that for what it's worth. I mean, you can see the eyes, everything else you have to guess. And was it Badass that said if you shaved the hair, it would look like you? I mean, I've got a photo of, well, I'm going to connect it to this other missing person that's in Tempe, Arizona. But the person that was detained from the Range Rover has that similar look, just shorter hair, right? It's that facial structure can be very similar on many different people. And the goatee, that's a common facial feature. Lots of people with that look similar. I mean, I don't know, hard to distinguish.
She tells the story. We actually pulled it. This is again in her interview with the Guinness Book. Who knew the Guinness Book of World Records was doing on-camera interviews, by the way? She tells the story about how she helped catch Officer Paul Deason's shooter. Watch this. Incredible story. And like, for the listening audience, her sketch of the perp there, Don, is identical. Guys, look at that. Look
Agreed.
at that. It's as if she was working off of the photograph of this man. But when she drew that sketch on the left, she had never seen his face. She had a cop who didn't think he had seen his face, a cop who'd suffered massive trauma. So you'd have to really question whether he remembered anything you could be relied on for a description. It is as if she drew the photograph. So we do need to take Lois seriously when she puts this sketch together and says, I took a shot. And here's what she wrote on X. I guessed at the parts of the face covered with the ski mask on this Nancy Guthrie kidnapping suspect. I used the surveillance photos shown. I spent trying to help detectives with similar photos. Only things somewhat sure are eyes and part of lips/mustache. I'll take the hit if I'm drastically wrong. Don't criticize, do your own. So Lois is like, she's not taking guff from anybody. She's throwing down. It was a bold thing for her to do because she knows she could be wrong. I take her very seriously, and just for not for nothing, but let's just compare her sketch to Porch Man from last night. Pretty damn good. I got to say, listening audience, it's eerily.
How can you tell?
Seriously investigate this latest Porch Man. Jim?
The latest Porch Man. Okay, I'm glad that, because I was just pulling up my own photo, so I don't have to now. This Porch Man is from a different night, right? So, because I talked on previous lives where it looked like they were casing the neighborhood, right? They were casing the neighborhood, and then yesterday, something's going on. Hold on one second with my tabs. Okay. Things look like they're spinning to me. Okay. All right. Everything looks good to you guys? You know, you can envision that face with hair, no hair, shaved, short hair. I don't know. A lot of these people that have been caught on camera have that similar look. Yeah, but so at least now my point of showing this was that we know that the sketch artist they used is someone who is well known. She has worked on tons of cases. She is in the Guinness Book of World Records. I forget what they said for something with sketching. And she's helped solve cases or worked on cases that were solved, however you want to word that. And she used the masked face to do her sketch. So, okay, enough about that. Let's see. Okay, so a coincidence that has happened lately. Just Sunday night, this last Sunday night, Monday morning, there is a man named Michael Bain. You can let me know in the comments if you've heard about this. He is from Tempe, Arizona, and he was reported missing by his sister because he called off work Monday morning and then didn't show up, like no call, no show on Tuesday. And they have video footage of him coming out of his apartment or home, wherever. And they tracked him to an intersection not far away from his house. So I believe he had his phone. And then nothing after that. His wallet's at his house, but he does not have he took the credit card and the license are missing, but his wallet's at the house. So either he or whoever took him has his credit card and his driver's license. Thanks, Christina. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. And he's still missing. Reported February, it would have been the 16th, reported missing just this past Monday. He's diabetic, so another person with medical issues that needs his insulin, and it's now been 5 days, day 5 today of him missing. So totally unrelated or connected. Wait till you see. Oh, no, it's not his photo, but I found something interesting about him. So let me get back.
Cops say they've had it with the
Looking for Michael Bain. Bayne is the name. It's in my other one. Not that one. Michael Bain, Tempe, Arizona. Where'd I put it? Oh my goodness. Hold on.
cops say they've had it with the Army.
Where's my playlist? I feel like my computer's acting goofy. It is super windy around here today. I don't know if that affects it or not. Must be a storm coming in. Super windy.
Cops say they've had it with the.
I will get it though, because I was looking hard to find some information about him. Missing person, Michael Bain from Tempe, Arizona. This is not my playlist. Where is my playlist? Oh my goodness. I'm struggling. I have, I'm clicking on my playlist.
Cops say they've had it with the.
My videos are not showing up. Where's my playlist? Technical difficulties. Give me a second. There are videos in here that are not my videos. What? Oh my gosh. I'm just going to search it. Stop sharing. That shouldn't be sharing. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, I heard 6'4". He is a big dude. Ransom ring, Brian. All right, let me just Google it. Jeez almighty. Why can't I find this? No, wait, I can do it on my phone. Let me do it on my phone. I get stressed out when this happens. I'm sorry. I work so hard to be prepared. I'm going to share it to myself through my phone. See, yeah, I can find my playlist just fine on my phone, but the computer is messing up. There it is. Okay, share. Copy link. One more second. Don't give me a hard time. You're seeing me do my prep work. Sorry. Plan B. Here we go.
Evening. Tonight, several Arizona families are desperate for answers as the search for their missing loved ones continues.
And as the search for Nancy Guthrie nears its 19th day, we're also following the disappearance of a Tempe man who didn't show up to work yesterday. Thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariva Devine.
And I'm Mark Curtis. 32-year-old Michael Bain was last seen on Monday. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly has more from Tempe after speaking to the man's sister.
Brittany Bain is exhausted.
I can't breathe. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I'm honestly just trying to hold it together and stay strong for him so we can find him.
Spending the past 24 hours searching for her younger brother, Michael Bain.
He's just one that would make you smile and brighten your day if you are having a tough day, which I'm trying to keep those thoughts to get me through this very hard an unbearable time.
The last time anyone saw him in person was Sunday night when he went out with some friends before coming back home. The next morning at around 7 a.m., Brittany said Bain called out of work sick. 2 hours later, ring camera footage from a neighbor captured him leaving his Tempe condo, but it doesn't show him coming back. His boss calling Brittany the next day, asking about Bain, who didn't come in.
Then he did a no-call, no-show Tuesday, which is not like him. He's at work. He works hard.
Brittany, worried for her brother, started calling him, but got no answer. Going to his home.
I got here, I pounded on the door.
Still no answer. His car gone. The landlord let her inside where she found his wallet, but his ID and debit card were taken.
I mean, this looks like a nice area. So, you know, if it's a kidnapping, you would expect someone who's taken to live somewhere nice. I mean, it looks like it's probably, I don't know, you think it's an apartment complex, a townhouse?
Still no answer. His car gone. The landlord let her inside where she found his wallet, but his ID and debit card.
Yeah, landlord let him in, so apartment.
Were taken. What she also found was his medication that Bain has to take on a daily basis.
He's type 1 diabetic. So that's my biggest fear is that he's not getting insulin.
She called Tempe police and reported him missing. She said officers were able to track his phone to Country Club and McKellips and Mesa, but there was no sign of Bain or his phone.
I'm living my worst nightmare. He knows that like me losing him would completely destroy me.
Brittany hoping someone out there knows where her brother is, worried about his health and safety.
I just need to find him before it's too late.
Now, Brittany tells us her brother is 6'4", weighs around 220 pounds, but has a slender figure. She also says he was driving a white Volkswagen Jetta. The Tempe Police Department confirmed that a missing persons report has been filed and a detective has.
So in this case, they have a car. We're looking for a white Volkswagen Jetta. So maybe he just left himself. I don't know. Or they're in his car.
Been assigned to the case. If anyone has any information on where Michael could be, you're encouraged to call police. We're live in Tempe. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thank you.
It's interesting that they were able to follow him to a certain intersection, but like, okay, then what happens after that? Was the phone thrown out? Phone turned off? The phone turned off at that intersection, you guys. I'm just being funny with Idaho 4 connections, right? So that's horrible. Could be totally unrelated, but I don't know how far Tempe is from, where are they at? Pima County for Nancy, but so I went online. I just like did a Google search and was like trying to find out the address of where Michael Bain lived. And then I really was curious about like what kind of work he does. And I stumbled upon a Facebook group post, of course, just, you know, making everybody aware that we're looking for this missing person. And then someone on that Facebook group posted, thought I had my drive open, and an image of somebody. They have a John Doe in a hospital somewhere near Tempe. It says Malheur. Oh no, it was in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah. They had a John Doe. And so, oh my gosh, I got to make that bigger. So people were like, so this was posted on the Facebook page, and it said, just in, a Salt Lake City hospital is requesting the public's help in identifying an unknown man who was brought to the hospital on Sunday. The hospital released, well, I guess it couldn't be him because he didn't go missing till Monday morning. So duh, Facebook people, what are you doing? But okay, so let's say this is not connected to Michael Bain, the missing person, the missing man from Tempe, Arizona. But you guys, look at, let me put this up. Look at this person. John Doe in the hospital. Tattoo on his arm, but it's, Grateful Dead dancing bear. So the hospital posted this guy's picture to try to get help to identify him. This is crazy. Just the weird things that I really wanted to hunt down more information about Michael. So I'm going to continue doing that for next week just to see if there's any connection. One other strange thing. So I'm trying to go over information that we know today. We're trying to, we want Nancy to be found. So is this missing man, Michael Bain, connected or not? I wonder if authorities, they probably put somebody on it. The news report said that they put one detective in Tempe on it. So at least one. It's basically Phoenix. Thank you. Okay. The other thing that could possibly be related, and if I was an investigator, you want to look at the sometimes most simplest answers, right? So I'm sure, let me know in the chat, did you guys hear about the teenagers that are in that ransom ring in Arizona? So if you have a kidnapped woman and there's already teenagers in the area, not the same exact area, but in the state, kidnapping people or trying to get ransom Bitcoin even. So look at the connections. Do you hunt them down? Do you go down that route? So have you guys heard about those teenagers? So I wanted to look at that real quick. Just collecting all this information that we can try to make sense out of. Like, what are the best leads? What's the best information? Because we're not getting a press conference. I'm going to try this again. And Christie's Chaos too, another creator in here, and one of our moderators. I saw your comment about the internet being weird or YouTube being weird. Yeah. I'm going to keep fighting it. Oh, it's only showing me one video in my playlist. I don't understand. YouTube, some of the settings on YouTube have gone screwy. Like, if I'm in a live, someone else's live, and I want to scroll back, usually when you drag the dot, to scroll back into a live, it'll show you the time. Like, are you going back 5 minutes? And that disappeared on me yesterday. It wouldn't show me the time. And on some of the lives, it wouldn't let me scroll back at all. So there's lots of things on YouTube right now that are going haywire. And apparently playlists is one of them. This is fun. And thank you for bearing with me. I deeply apologize. I hate this. I want things to run smoothly. Okay, it's this one. What's the fastest way to do this for myself? Do this. Oh, thank you, YouTube. I want a bonus for doing this. Our YouTube should give us a discount for doing this. Oh, wait, I do have it in here. Check this out. This is Fox 10 in Phoenix. So verify. Now I don't have sound. What is, oh, okay. Crazy. Got it. Thanks for your patience.
Investigation revealing that.
New at 9, a targeted Scottsdale home invasion leads to felony charges against 2 California teens.
The investigation revealing that it was all part of a plot to steal cryptocurrency. Fox 10's Nicole Christine joins us live with more.
Yeah, good evening, guys. The neighbors that we spoke to in that neighborhood today, they say they were shaken up by this ordeal, but they were really happy to see these suspects caught so quickly. They added, though, that this seems to be a little bit of a scary trend where criminals are really honing in on cryptocurrency as a motive for burglary and even violence.
It's certainly eye-opening, and it's also incredible the way that different pieces of evidence will be pieced together.
When Ari Parker left his Scottsdale home to run errands Saturday morning, he didn't think twice about this blue vehicle driving by. On his way home, he noticed what he thought was a drug-related arrest involving a blue Subaru in the parking lot of a nearby shopping center.
The trunk was open, there were supervisory police department vehicles there, and I thought, oh wow, that person's screwed. I had no idea they were connected to the crime that happened here.
That crime, a reported home invasion just down the road from Parker's home near Cactus Road and the 101. According to court docs, 2 teenagers, now identified as Jackson Sullivan and Skylar LaPale, showed up that morning dressed as package delivery drivers, then forced their way into the home, restraining 2 adults with duct tape and assaulting them. Their motive? Robbery of $66 million worth of cryptocurrency the homeowners allegedly had.
Okay. So, 2 teenagers, they don't concoct this idea on their own. They are, I don't know how they worded it, coerced, bribed, convinced to go commit this for 2 other people. And I don't know if they said the names yet of those people. They will, which is one of the things I hope investigators are looking into. And they dressed like delivery drivers. And you guys, who did we see on camera in Nancy's neighborhood? They had on those kind of like delivery driver vests. And what did Carlos do for a living? The Carlos Palazuelas person who should be cleared, detained, released, no connection to Nancy, but he was a delivery driver. So it looks like they're looking into that. So that must be one of their leads that they're trying to track down. Who are these? Are there other people out there? Is this a bigger ring? They're trying to get crypto for some reason. Now, the only thing that's odd right here is that, now remember, these are teenagers. Their frontal lobes are not completed, not fully connected yet. So all their logical thinking is not there. They said it's burglary, but then they also said it's ransom. So did they not actually take the people? They just like tied, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. They're trying to get Bitcoin. But this news reporter makes it seem like they're taking Bitcoin out of the house. That's not how Bitcoin works. Right? There's no physical Bitcoin, right? It's all virtual. So that's weird. Oh, hi, Mike. That's okay. Yep. Free ways to support a channel. Hitting the like button because it shows YouTube that there's like, interaction and the viewers are liking the content, and then subscribing to the channel helps, and leaving comments that helps. And if there's any ads, if you watch ads, it's free to watch them, and that helps. That helps a lot. So just to give you that information. So okay, let me finish this, but I appreciate that, Mike.
According to police, the teens met recently and say they were extorted by a person called Red and a person called 8. The pair sent on this mission from California and given $1,000 to get supplies. One of the victims reportedly denied.
Wait a minute. Let me hear that again. Dago, I'm going to send you a link if you want to come up and talk about this, because this is really interesting. Really interesting. Beep. All right.
One of the victims reportedly denied having the crypto, leading to further assault. An adult son in the home.
Wait a minute.
$1,000 to say they were extorted.
Okay, I'm backing up.
According to police.
So these teenagers said we were told to do this or asked to do this by Red, someone named Red, and someone named 8. So definitely not using their real names.
The teens met recently and say they were extorted by a person called Red and a person called 8.
Okay, extorted. So extorted means that these kids, Red and 8, has something over their heads. Something that these kids don't want out. Did these kids buy drugs from Red and 8, and they are teenagers? One of them is like on the school newspaper. So they, smart kids, involved kids in high school. Did they participate in something, as stupid kids do, or, whatever? And then they're like, hey, we're going to snitch on you, or you need to do this for us. So extorted these kids. That's important.
The pair sent on this mission from California and given $1,000 to get supplies. One of the victims reportedly denied having the crypto, leading to further assault. An adult son in.
Okay. So are these kids are from California? It says they were sent from California. So does that mean Red and 8 are in California? How do they know? So the police are tracking something. They're tracking something. And the kids were given $1,000 to buy their vests and get all their supplies they needed. And I don't know if they had to drive. Did they drive from California to this place? Not sure. No, because no. These kids are from here because they show a picture of their high school. So they are from here. So this is really weird. Maybe it's some kind of online extortion. Maybe these kids posted something online they shouldn't have. Who knows? But there's some kind of extortion. The people in the house, these kids are like, hey, we want this much, cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, whatever. And one of the people in the house said, we don't have that. And then they assaulted them more.
The home called police from another room. When cops showed up, the teens fled, only to be caught and arrested at the scene Parker described.
Okay, so definitely these teenagers, the people at Nancy's house probably are a little bit more sophisticated than these teenagers, but you never know. It sounds, I don't know the ages of the victims in this house, probably younger adults, definitely not old it doesn't sound like it, and maybe I missed it. Let me know in the chat. Like I said, I'm still not 100% with my head and everything. Ruth Ann, that's what I thought, but they'd show their high school. In their high school, I'll double check that. We'll double check that because that is important to know. My point is that even if these were young, dumb teenagers that got set up to do the kidnapping part, having a single elderly lady in the house wouldn't be that hard for them. Having two able-bodied adults in a home, one of them got to the phone and called the police. So that's what messed these kids up. Right, the Google searches.
Police telling Parker the car on his Ring camera footage is believed to be their vehicle.
The police work was really impressive. They were pounding the pavement, doing old school gumshoe police detective work, knocking on doors, letting neighbors know what was happening.
Parker says the crime led neighbors to talk among themselves and connect in an effort to stay alert.
Many of them have lived here for 15, 20 years, and they mentioned that this is the first time they could remember something like this happening. Yeah. So it actually brought the neighborhood together in a way.
Now, Sullivan and LaPale are both facing several felony charges, including burglary, aggravated assault, and kidnapping. And police say there was a 3D printed gun at the scene as well, believed to be connected to these two teens, but there was no ammunition in the gun, and police do not know if it was functional. Live in Scott.
You know, I haven't heard anybody talk about that online. Hi, Karmic Retribution. Hello. Pima County Police, whoever's involved in this investigation, because we really don't know, FBI, whoever, has been going to gun shops and showing the gun shop owners pictures and names of different individuals, because we have video of the masked man having the holster and the weapon in the holster. What if someone 3D printed it themselves? You know, that adds a whole nother layer of complexity. Dago just joined me. I'm going to bring him up. Are you ready, Dago? Uh-oh. Says device not connected. You might have to leave and come back. So is there a 3D printed gun? That's interesting. That is something to think about. So that's why I look at these different incidences that are happening around this case. Is there any connection? Is there anything like that? Hopefully he's trying to figure that out.
Scottsdale tonight. Nicole Christine, Fox 10 News.
Okay, we wanted to look to see where those kids were from. We don't want a winter storm. We don't want to learn about a winter storm. Man, some days we does Dago know he's not connected? If you can hear me, Dago, maybe I'll message you. Let me message. It says not. Whoops. I wanted to verify where these teens were from.
A lot of buzzwords and slogans.
But is that really why you watch the news?
We don't have consult.
New at 9, a targeted Scottsdale home invasion leads to felony charges against 2 California teens.
The investigation revealing that it was all part of a plot to steal crypto.
I want to see their high school. If it's not this one, it must be another video I have.
So incredible the way that different pieces.
So they have video of them leaving. See, these cops, when he said they were like gumshoe detectives on the ground, like it's because one of the victims made a 911 call, which made the attempted kidnappers leave. I don't even think it said they actually took somebody. So it's like attempted kidnapping, and they get their car. They've got a lot of evidence. They had their car on video. They have a description. They have witnesses. They knew who they were looking for. So this was an easy case.
The evidence will be pieced together.
When Ari Parker left his Scottsdale home to run errands Saturday morning, he didn't think twice about this blue vehicle driving by. On his way.
That's another thing, you guys, a blue vehicle. Does that look, let me see, blue vehicle. They took a blue vehicle from what's his name? Luke Daly's house.
Home, he noticed what he thought was a drug-related arrest involving a blue Subaru in the parking lot of a nearby shopping center.
The trunk was open. There were supervisory police department vehicles there. And I thought, oh, wow, that person's.
Oh, I'm doing the volume instead of the.
It's a drug-related arrest.
Look at that.
Vehicle driving by. On his way.
Is that, I think they said it was a blue Charger in Daly's arrest or detainment, I think. Blue Charger. Yeah. No, just interesting. Did they actually identify the exact make and whatever of the gun, though? Yeah, Christina, we are getting more snow this weekend. I'm in northern Ohio. I know. The enemy is within. Hey, Beach Babe. Another green team. Unique peep in the chat. All right. I thought Dago was coming up, but he might be having issues. Okay, so we had the Michael Bain disappearance in Tempe, Arizona. We have a ransom ring. I wonder if there's more. If they know it's a ring, like has this happened in other places? Let me know in the chat. That would be interesting. Let's see. The newest thing is that they have been going to Mexico, right? Brian Etten headed down to Mexico.
Guys, so I crossed into Mexico. I'm in Nogales right now, right on the other side of the border from Arizona. And I'm talking to people about whether or not they have heard of the Nancy Guthrie case. It's super interesting. Most of the people I've talked to so far haven't heard of the case at all. They had no idea. We showed the picture of Nancy Guthrie, and they knew nothing. A few other people said they saw it on the news. So it is on the news over here in Mexico. It's just weird because we're like right across the border. And another woman was saying she saw it on social media. She saw it on Facebook and TikTok. So it's interesting. I'm just going to walk. This is Daniel, photographer, translator, because I don't speak very good Spanish. But we're going to just walk around Nogales and see. Again, it's just like right. This is where you would cross over if you were trying to come from Tucson. It's like an hour. It was very easy to get in, which I'll show you guys later. But it's interesting that so many people haven't heard of the case over here, and it's right across the border. Hey guys, so I crossed into Mexico. I'm in Nogales right now, right on the other side of the border.
Okay. So Brian Etten is down there, and really, I mean, to me, it was a nothing burger. They just, Brian Etten walked around. He has an interpreter. He's asking everybody, "Hey, have you heard about the case?" And he either got flat out no's, or he got Yeah, I saw it on like TikTok or social media, Facebook. Saw it on Facebook, saw it on TikTok, but nobody seemed to give any hints like, oh yeah, there's these suspicious people that, are over here. No. And I can tell you probably down there, if they did know something, I don't know if they would say anything. No way. You think she's out of the country? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Some other updates. I had some points that I wanted to. This is really on my last nerve that I can't get to my playlist. I do this every day. When I want my videos, and it's being weird. What if I do edit? Nope. That's not my only one in there. Open the whole playlist. Oh my God. A 2 out of 19. Okay. Oh, I got it, you guys. I got it. It worked. All right. I don't know what I did, but it worked. I opened it a different way. Sometimes you got to just, outsmart the technology, I guess. I want to show 12 news update. So there was an update. It's in the playlist. This one. Not that part. Not that part. Right here. I got it. So now we're just going to look at, why Mexico and what are some of the updates that we got.
Co-host Savannah Guthrie.
It's been almost 3 full weeks since Nancy was abducted from her home in the middle of the night, February 1st here in Arizona. And we've been covering it ever since. Every new development. Our David Chazanoff, he's been there this whole week. He's live this morning outside her home in the Catalina foothills. Okay, so David, get us up to speed on what is the latest here. I mean, how are law enforcement experts really feeling now about the possible outcome of this investigation?
Allison, good morning. So retired Phoenix Police Commander Jeffrey Hines has been very open about his thoughts on the case. Before I get into that, I want to take a step out and show you what Nancy Guthrie's property looks like at this point in time. You see those flowers outside of her home, people offering their thoughts and prayers to the family during this difficult time. Then I also want to turn our attention to the deputy.
This is the new memorial that I was talking about. I mean, just so touching to just the people that were walking up there. Yellow must be her favorite color, unless it's the color for like missing people. I'm not sure. Everybody was very emotional walking up there and leaving those. So
Out of her home, people offering their thoughts and prayers.
Sometimes we lose the focus of that, the humanity of it, just it's good to keep talking about her, the person.
To the family during this difficult time. Then I also want to turn our attention to the deputy that's parked on the driveway, just keeping an eye on Nancy Guthrie's property. Now, Hines tells us since there have been no signs of Nancy up to this point, he really doesn't have a good feeling about this.
And the reality check has to set in. The reality check is that we're now in a body recovery mode, and we're in, and just even hate those words even that come out of my mouth. But that is where the reality check has to hit.
Been confirmed by authorities. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos has said he is hopeful that.
Okay, I thought this date was interesting. So it was February 10th when they released that doorbell camera footage. Now I know they were saying it took a long time to get that. So 10 days. It seem like we got that right away? It seems like forever ago that we got this masked man footage, but it was February 10th. So I'm keeping track of these timeline dates.
Nancy is still alive. You may recall this all started back on February 1st. Nancy Guthrie was reported missing from her Catalina Foothills home, leading to a series of ransom notes and emotional videos from Savannah Guthrie's Instagram account asking for her safe return. Now, by February 10th, the FBI released footage of an armed suspect wearing a mask, carrying an Ozark backpack exclusively sold at Walmart, and investigators found critical DNA evidence near the scene and are still looking into several samples. Nearly 3 weeks later, which brings us to today, detectives are now turning to genetic genealogy to identify who kidnapped Nancy. Now, according to the Pima County Sheriff's Department, the FBI has received more than 20,000 tips about this case. Over at the PCSD 911 Communications Center, they've already gotten more than 20,000 calls since February began, though the Sheriff's Department tells us they do not track how many calls are related to Nancy's case.
All right, you guys, I think that's telling. Okay. They are getting a lot of tips. And I saw in another clip where the law enforcement are saying, like, don't call for every single thing. It sounded like they were getting tips that were like, have you looked into this person? Have you done this? Have you thought about this? And even questioning them, like, what are you guys doing? I bet they have gotten so many phone calls, like, what are you guys doing with this investigation? So they're like, they were trying to tell people, like, hey, only call in if you really think you have something we can try to verify or something like that, right? But it's interesting that they say, well, we have 20,000 tips because that sounds like, hey, a great thing, right? But then when they can't say, well, we have verified this number of them, or we have looked into this number of them. So we don't know what are they doing with these tips? Yeah, you have 20,000 tips. Are you doing anything with them?
Liz Kreutz with NBC News spoke with the dispatch manager there who shared some advice on how to properly make a tip during this investigation.
How to properly make a tip.
If you're thinking about calling in a tip or lead, or if you have specific information regarding the case, I ask that you stop and take a moment and think, is this tip viable? Is it?
Okay, let's just look at this image for a moment. Is this the police area where they are manning these tips? What are your observations? What do we see in this picture? I see 3. This guy in the front, maroon shirt, this woman standing up, flannel, plaid shirt, this guy in the back, sitting down. You can barely see his head. There might be some other people hidden in the background, but I don't really think there might be somebody way in the back. Do you think they're handling 20,000 tips? We know that just our workforce in general in this country is like overworked and underpaid. So I bet they don't have a lot of people. You're not counting on these people. I mean, look, it also doesn't look like the maybe fast-paced, frantic, urgent scene that I know I'm envisioning in my head. Like, I would be, pouring through that stuff. Oh, and just a side note, like, I would volunteer to go in and like help go through tips, I would give my time to go do that. My daughter sent me a text message today. There is the next county over from me. They found remains. So I'm going to look later to see if the news has gotten there. And I have gone on the scene before, so I might do that. It's not that far from me, so I got to see what it's all about. Yeah, I was just telling Dago the other day that we find stuff in this either in this county or neighboring counties all the time. Like, I shouldn't say all the time, but it's often. You read somewhere that Savannah didn't want the FBI to be in charge. Oh, yeah, that's. I kind of think I might know why. I bet it's political. I bet it's not having faith in the leadership of that. I bet that's my guess. That's my guess. Oh, sorry about that, Jessie Lynn. Sorry about that. I'm looking at your comments. If her subscription was active, they could have had it the same day as the subpoena. I know. That really bothers me, them saying that she didn't have that Ring doorbell subscription. Like, it's not an exorbitant amount of money to pay for a subscription. They are decently wealthy people, it doesn't make sense. But hey, some people have a lot of money because they're so frugal, or maybe they thought they didn't need it. Lots of reasons, but man, so much they could have had. They did ask people to think over their tips. Yeah, I'm going to continue this. I just thought this scene right here was very telling.
Incredible. What we don't want are the opinions and the thoughts and kind of wondering if investigators are doing A, B, C, and D.
So something to keep in mind there, but we know that hundreds of investigators are still working on this case around the clock. And also between the FBI and Tucson Crime Stoppers, we know the total reward to bring Nancy home safe and or arrest the suspect is around $200,000. So hopefully something that can bring this to a happy ending. We're in the Catalina foothills. David Chasnoff, 12 News, today in AZ.
David, thank you so much. Well, as the search for Nancy Guthrie continues, you can download the 12 Plus.
All right. We don't need to download an app. All right. So this was another one. Red flags in this case. So many. I'm going to do some work for Monday. I used to do this, it's like a note-taking technique with my students to show them if you're doing research, right? And that's what we're kind of doing here is like reviewing the information, taking note, bringing awareness, talking about the case. That's a way to help is to keep the case alive, keep people talking about it so that Nancy can be found. So I'm going to do some homework and go through information that that's been reported, right? And I'm going to do this for Monday and then kind of do like a active diving into the facts together on Monday. But I want to be prepared a little, at least a little bit. So I'm not fumbling around when we do that, but we're going to look at the facts that we've been told and then have that bring up questions. Okay, if we look at this fact, what are we asking about that? And then if we have any responses to it that so that's what the strategy is. It's facts, questions, and responses. So I think that can be helpful to lead to more information. So I just think it's interesting I like doing that, looking into possible scenarios or tracking things down. conspiracy theory was created to make a certain mindset group of people that share the same conclusions. Yeah. We're conspiring. I kind of look at conspiracy when you don't like have verified data, like you're just kind of throwing things out there that don't make sense, or you just think, which speculating, right? If I'm speculating, I'll tell you I'm speculating. It's okay to do it. Just don't pretend that it's factual if you're just speculating, right? The hardest part is they don't want any suggestions. Yeah, that's what it seems like, right? So what do you think they're like, those 3 people we saw manning the phones, if that's who they really were, if they're like, oh my gosh, this seems like a really good tip, and then they bring it to the sheriff or they bring it to whoever they're supposed to bring it to, what kind of reaction do you think they get? A welcoming one? Or do they get my husband Carlos and I talk about this all the time, like you have those people in your jobs that are like, not the Debbie Downers, but like they'll just say no. Like they just say, before they even like hear it out, it's just like a no. And are you a yes person? Like, excuse me for a second. I knew I needed to take a drink. Are these tips getting yes, or yes, but let's do this first? Or are they just getting an automatic like, no, that's ridiculous. No, we're not going to look into that. You don't know. SUPRCK. SUPRCK. Is that sup, Rick? Sup, Rick? Is that how I'm supposed to say it? Let me know in the chat. I love that if it is. Super chick. Gotcha. Super chick. Hey, and we're the peeps. So yeah, we're the peeps. I'll show you my you're the chick. Okay, I want some more updates here. There was some other information about let me see. Oh my gosh. I got kicked out of my playlist again. There's a movie, I can't remember what it is. My husband and my brother-in-law are like the kings of movie quotes. And there's some movie, let me know if you know it, where the guy goes, struggling. You guys know struggling? I am struggling today. But I appreciate your I really am not feeling well. But I love being here with you guys. But when I end, I'm probably going to go crash out. Not that one, not that one. This one. Wait a minute. Hold on. I am looking for, yeah. What did YouTube do? Did they do some kind of update that like whacked everything out? Because I used to be able to click on the title and find the date that this video was made. What is going on? Everything's in different spots. I don't want to show something old. This says 4 hours ago. So maybe I might have just found this morning. Okay. We're going to go with it. We're not going to. Oh, just so you guys know, yesterday I talked about the whole Epstein thing. No, we talked about Prince Andrew getting arrested and, the connection to the Epstein files. And I was talking about Jeffrey Epstein's first charges against him, and I mentioned the Ohio connection. So I did that yesterday, and then this is News Nation. So they're doing some updates on different cases. They're starting this off. We're not going to talk about it, but they mention Les Wexner, and that's the guy that owns Victoria's Secret, and he was connected in that whole Florida case back. It was a long time ago. Like, it was a long time ago. But I was happy to see that reported on here. All right, that was a side note. Back to Nancy. I know I'm not sharing. Sorry.
About a suspect, but a source tells News Nation that the FBI has now contacted Mexican authorities in connection with Nancy's case, which, by the way, could mean that this sprawling search may go international. Now, it is important to note that Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos has said that investigators have no evidence to suggest that Nancy was taken to Mexico. So the feds may be just trying to cover their bases. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of clarity when I bring.
Who wrote that? Karmic Retribution. Hey, I showed it yesterday. I was like kind of a little happy that, I found it early. I found it early yesterday morning, and we showed it on my live yesterday. We could always watch it again, maybe at the end, but that was fascinating. And oh my gosh, like all the things that I've thought about what a fraternity hazing would be like, to actually see it happening was, oh my gosh, wow. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I have it on my live from yesterday.
Brian on. But that being said,
okay, so they've got an insert map here, this thing up here at the top, showing the route, the most direct route from Nancy Guthrie's house to Mexico. So it's 75 miles, which is about an hour and a half.
Nancy's home in Tucson is only a 75-mile drive from the Mexico border, and her being in another country.
Oh, look at that. It's like a straight shot, like straight down Route 19. So from Nancy's house, you'd have to get on Route 19 and then go straight down. Look, it goes right to the border, right to the border.
That would go a long way to explain why authorities are still coming up empty in spite of the hundreds of investigators combing the Arizona desert, not to mention those helicopters scanning the area for her pacemaker signal. Now, back in Tucson, investigators are still sifting through the tens of thousands of leads that they have received since Nancy's disappearance. And the sheriff's department says they're still analyzing the DNA that was found inside Nancy's home. Though, to be clear, there's no word yet on whether or not there are any matches to CODIS, the FBI's DNA database. But we're also getting a better idea of how investigators are narrowing down on their list of possible suspects after the sheriff cleared the Guthrie family as suspects earlier this week, because apparently polygraph tests, better known as lie detectors, have been used potentially to clear people in this case. And the search, by the way, got a much needed boost today after an anonymous donor gave Tucson Crime Stoppers $100,000 to beef up their reward for information leading to Nancy's whereabouts. So now that's on top of the $2,500 that was already being offered, and it joins the $100,000 that was being put up by the FBI. So it makes the total reward for information leading to Nancy's return potentially a whopping $202,500. Though only time will tell if that cash will go to someone who has legitimate.
Kane, hello. How are you? What do you think about these polygraph tests? Like, I made a decision a long time ago. Like, I would never take one. I don't care. I would never take one because you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Like, all they do is measure really your like nervousness, I think, your like those kinds of levels. and I would be a wreck probably just from the test. So yeah, I don't put any weight on them. They're not accepted in a lot of courts. I just think the police use them as probably if they can get you to fail, then it's a talking point, in my opinion. That's what I think it is. So they said they're going to say that they're using these polygraph tests to clear people. I hope that's not all they're using. That's all I'm going to say. I hope that's not all they're using to clear people. I would trust giving up my DNA before doing it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Then they will claim it is reasonable. Yeah, right. So if you pass the polygraph, they'll be like, "Oh, well, they're not reliable." But then if you fail it and they want you as a suspect, they'll be like, "Oh, these are like, these are really reliable. This is really reliable technology." Diazepam, is that like something that you think would I don't know what that is. I should know what that is. To control you or something, or make you tell the truth, like truth, a truth serum.
Information and whether Nancy will come home. A lot of moving parts to this. Joining me live from Arizona, News Nation senior national correspondent, Brian Anton. Good to see you, Brian. So what is the latest on the ground right now at this hour?
Well, it's quiet here outside Nancy Guthrie's house. There's still a deputy here watching tonight, but the big development.
All right, this is old because this says day 18. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I'll make mistakes, but I will fix them.
Cops say they've had it with the.
That's my motto. We can make mistakes, but we will fix them. Is that the same one?
In that range.
So you've really become like.
Nope, that's old. Fox concerns over red flags. Helps when I write down the titles. I'm looking. Okay. Let me see.
Cops say they've had it with the army of YouTube streamers camped out in front of Nancy.
I've had it with these videos playing automatically. I might have just saved it in here.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out.
Oh, hold on. If I don't have it in here, I can just search for it because I wrote down the name of it. Nope. All right, let me search. Where's this title? Concerns over. Oh my goodness. Fox News concerns I'm like, was I in a fever fit when I thought I saved these videos? Here it is. Oh, wait, did I already show? I hope I didn't already show this. Let's see.
Thank you. Let's bring in co-host.
Eight hours ago. Yeah. All right. We're sharing. We're sharing.
Host of the weekly Rap Sheet on Fox Nation, Josh Ritter, and forensic and crime scene expert, Cheryl McCollum. Thank you both for coming on. Cheryl, I want to play some sound. This is an expert on advanced DNA sequencing. He said this.
Anyone on Earth that has DNA could be the suspect. And then as soon as you start doing additional DNA testing, you may learn the biological sex of the person. You may learn their biogeographical origins. Are they likely to be from the States? Are they likely to be international? And then you can continue to narrow in, do they belong to a major family group? Can you find a relative?
I mean, he's right. The possibility.
So that was David Middleman. He owns Othram. And they're going to talk about, he created this. Okay, great. Yes, that's great. But those of you that follow, oh, hey, Dago, sorry. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what happened earlier?
I have no idea. I've got this whole new thing running and I'm not 100% used to it yet. So either way, sorry.
No worries. I was going to send out are you okay?
Yeah, I'm getting there. And then my son unplugged my soundboard and I'm sitting here playing with the soundboard like, what the hell's going on? Thought it was broke, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Anyway, moving on. Sorry.
I've recorded whole videos where my soundboard was unplugged. So you think you're using your good microphone and then it's echoing through the computer microphone. I was like, oh my gosh.
Nice. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. What were they just talking about? Oh, Middleman and the DNA and Othram. And I was saying they're going to praise him and the technology, but those of you that have been following the Idaho 4 case when it was Cy Ray and his technology, that technology's trash and he's a conspiracy theorist.
Of course. Gotta love it.
Wait. What is Lucy? What are you putting? Person turquoise writing. Oh, what are you doing? What is that?
That's a description of something.
Yeah, we'll find everything on Fox posted in the last day. Yeah. Is he the guy that helped catch Bryant? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The Middlemans at Othram. Yes. They're going to drop some interesting facts about that in here.
Well,
These are endless here. It also takes.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say they think they're the ones that caught Brian. I don't think they are, but that's my opinion. Sorry.
Oh, well, yes. Yeah. They're the ones that did the DNA.
They claim to be those people. Yes.
Yes.
Takes a lot of time, Cheryl, and we are still racing against time.
It does take a lot of time, but that is Dr. David Middleman. And let me tell you something. He built the machine that they're using. Othram can do this at a rate that nobody else can do it. We saw what they were able to do with the Idaho 4 murders, where they developed the profile of Kohberger in 48 hours. So if we...
What? Somebody clip that. I am clipping that. I'm going to put that all over the place.
They developed a profile in 48 hours, huh?
48 hours. Woo!
That's 2 days.
They are amazing. I wonder what those 2 days were. I wonder what those dates were. type that in your search bar. I can't copy things out of your chat. Can you put it in Discord for me? Because if I click in this chat, it will kick me out.
What
You're
do
so
they
sick of hearing
what do they
that.
want done?
Lucy said if you put in like sitefox.com Nancy Guthrie after February 19th, and you type that into your search engine,
In
that it'll
Google?
just then it'll just give you updates from the last 24 hours. That's a good tip. Thank you. Thank you. You don't have to send it. I can go back and watch the chat replay and get that information.
Thank you very much, Miss.
Can get any of the DNA evidence to them. They work with degraded DNA. They work with a very small amount. Trace, it used to be we had to have 1,300 cells. Othram solved a cold case recently with only 7.
Yeah, it really is. It's amazing. One of our
Oh, wow. Okay.
You guys, I have to keep going back to the Idaho 4 case because that, that's the baby, right? That's the main case for me anyways, right?
Yeah, we're on day 19, right?
20.
20. Okay. Sorry.
Right? Today's the 20th? Yeah.
Today is the you're
When
right.
we get to March, then I'm not going to be able to keep track anymore. But right now it's the day of the month. So if it's February 20th, it's been 20 days. But these DNA specialists, experts, and news media cannot have it both ways. They cannot read the official reports from, I got to talk about Brian Koberger for a minute. They cannot read the official reports from Idaho and say that, oh, there was a mixture of DNA and that's too complicated. And we can't get a profile for that because it's a mixture, or, there wasn't a good enough sample in this blood evidence.
Right.
But then turn around and say, oh, we can get 7 skin cells and we can miraculously develop a profile. Come on. What do you think about that? I mean, does that make sense? Like, what am I saying? Makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It just can't be both ways.
No, you can't have it both ways at all. Sorry. It just doesn't work that way.
Our contributors, Josh Ritter, defense attorney Donna Rotuno, says there are problems with the investigation, and she listed them here. Watch.
You would think.
The way this investigation has gone has raised many red flags. And for a defense attorney like me someday, if this case does go to court after someone is arrested, there's going to be a lot of challenges. I think there's been a lot of problems with this investigation. One, of course, being their lack of communication. And then the communication they do put out seems to contradict statements made prior.
Yeah, the statement is that a lot of problems. Would you agree with that or dispute that to some extent, Josh?
Well, there's the investigation, and then there's what we're being told about the investigation. And certainly what we're being told, the messaging that's coming from law enforcement about the investigation is problematic. I would totally agree with that. We've been receiving information that then has to be walked back. Some of that information is inaccurate. Sometimes we get a statement on one piece of information that is later disputed by the sheriff in a later statement. So if that messaging is a reflection at all about the investigation, then I would say that there's problems with the investigation. But we're hopeful that the investigation is proceeding along.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Are you feeling better, by the way?
I have moments where I do, and then my energy tanks and the headache comes back. And
So I'm just going to say this. Remember when I was sick?
Yes.
I thought this was flu B. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My mother-in-law got it too. And she lost her taste and her smell. And it still never came back. Still. Okay. I think all of us here had the big C. Every one of us, because that headache was nonstop. It just kept coming back every other day. And I still get it from time to time. I think this is another variant. So anyway, I'm sorry to throw that out there and
No,
freak you out,
it does twist and turn. I can, because I was teaching during that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how many tests I took. Like every time
Mm-hmm.
I got sick, and I never seemed to have it or never tested positive. So I don't know. I don't know. It's not that bad. Like I'm functioning. I'm, doing this. My head's foggy, like.
That's what was wrong with me and it's still like every so often I'll still get a weird feeling. Like I'll get a headache here for a little while and then it goes away and then I'm still messing with this too. So I'm wondering if it truly was that instead. I don't know. It is what it is.
It always could be. It's going to be here. It's just going to turn into a new flu, in my opinion. That's what
It probably is. That's exactly what happens. Don't worry, Lucy. I won't hug you or anything. You won't get it.
We're passing the cooties through the computer.
I'm gonna drive to Cleveland and give Lucy a big hug because we love her so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No. Well, here to chit chat. It's Friday.
I just wondered because, like, Tandy has it too. She got the weird headache and all the weird stuff, and I'm just wondering if they're mistaking the flu thing for another variant. That's all I was wondering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know about the tests and all that stuff. A lot of people have had earaches. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of earaches. Yep.
And strep's going around too. My granddaughter had strep, which like she wasn't around anybody. It was weird. And with this last bout that I had, there was a stomach thing going on with it too. It was weird. My stomach was hurting really bad and crampy and weird. It's just, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I can't eat. I like the thought of food is like no.
Mm-hmm. I was very nauseated, all of that, and I thought maybe it was mucus or something. I don't know. It's weird.
That's what I think. But
now, see, Tandy said it there. Now her head feels foggy. Same thing I had. I'm telling you.
We have the YouTube flu.
I was gonna like this. This is a new thing, guys. It's a brand new thing that we can pass diseases through the internet now. Okay. So when you cough, cover your microphone.
Cover the microphone.
Spray it down. Sanitize your microphone. This is insane. Anyway.
Don't catch the YouTube flu.
Right. That's what we all had. YouTube flu.
That's funny.
Normally and without these kind of problems, and it's just what we're being told where the issues lie. But in the hands of a skilled defense attorney down the road, hopefully when an apprehension is made in this case, there's going to be plenty for that person to work with.
Yeah. Cheryl McCollum, back to you. Maybe you heard Jonathan Hunt at the top of this segment talking about the fact they are running a little low on tips, but yet here's what the Pima County dispatch manager says about the tips. Watch.
When somebody feels that they have a tip, a lead, some sort of information, what we're asking is that you just take a moment before you call and ask yourself, is this tip viable? Is this tip credible? Is this a tip that investigators may be able to act upon?
I mean, my thing is, yeah, you do need viable tips, Cheryl, but you need tips. Regardless, you need more tips.
Not the
Stop
tip.
saying tip. Stop saying tip.
It doesn't matter if you have verified it, if you think it's viable. That's their job. If you have any information, if you think you saw something, heard something, if you overheard a conversation where you think somebody's talking about what they did to an old 84-year-old woman, call and tell them. They will funnel that through. They will make sure it's run down properly.
Yeah, I want to play this, kind of switching topics here for you, Josh Ritter. The brother of Virginia Guthrie on the arrest of Prince Andrew said the following.
All right, we're not going to.
How do you jump from that to that? Jesus.
Yeah, I know. They're just doing news clips.
Razor blade throat. Jesus. That's what it
So,
felt like.
were you listening earlier when I was showing the let me take this off. When I was showing the teenager ring, those teenagers, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a possibility?
I mean, anything is a possibility. You know that. I don't deny plausibility to anything at this point nowadays. But yeah, sure. Absolutely. It could be a possibility.
I don't think that the camera guy, the masked man, is a teenager. He doesn't look like a teenager. I
No.
mean, some teenagers can look like full-blown adults.
Yeah, I was gonna say my kid looked like he was 35 when he was 12. So yeah.
You never know. So those teenagers were kind of like, they said they were extorted to get them to do that, to be the ones to try to kidnap somebody. They could extort adults. I mean, I wonder if they were people that like owed money or something like that to get them to do it, or because I don't know. I mean, I kind of think there's levels to this. I think there's someone behind the scenes, and then I think there's the people that actually went and took her. What do you think?
I agree. Absolutely. I think somebody went, oh my God, this is driving me nuts. Somebody went and took her, but I think there's like at least four people, maybe 5 people involved in this. Because I still, I feel like she's on the other side of the border right now. That's that's what I think happened. And I think that the people here that probably live very close to Nancy are the ones that did what they did, and then they transported her over there, left her with somebody, and came back. That's what I think happened. And I think there's people that, if she's still with us, have her that they're guarding, watching, or whatever you want to call it, keeping her there, and then those people came back over here so that it doesn't look conspicuous per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in and out.
So
in and out.
that's just my feelings on this. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You guys, you know that. It could be a whole different scenario, but that's what seems most. It just seems most realistic right now to me. With
It's
everything
probable.
else. Yeah,
It's plausible. They've been talking a lot about Mexico and them tracing I'm mad because I had a clip and I don't know what happened. YouTube's been weird today. Like I can't, it's been,
all
so
week.
I apologize,
All week.
you guys. I am usually so good at like having everything I need, like to click on, but today just has not worked out that way. So it's gonna
been
happen
weird all week. It's not just today, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, like, and things are changing around. But anyways, I watched a video where they were talking about how something had to have led them to the border, right? So
Yeah.
and they said it was electronic. And the way that that's why I wanted to watch the clip, because the way they were describing it made it seem like they were talking about a car. And I'm like, oh my God, like the way the lady said it, I'm like, oh my gosh, they have a car. Like that was what I thought initially. And so I wanted to talk about that, because if they do have a car, I think that's the type of information you tell the public.
Of course.
Why do you think they wouldn't? They don't want help?
Well, we know the sheriff doesn't want help, but
yeah.
Unless they think that it would bust up the integrity of the case somehow, or cause a problem, or
Make them
maybe
go further underground.
Yeah, or that. There you go. Like bury themselves or hide further away or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm trying to say. That's the only thing that would, in my opinion, keep them from putting anything in the public. So,
because they could be switching vehicles if
Right.
they were, they could have been. We see that in the movies all the time, right? You go so far, change vehicles.
I think they're honestly. I said this yesterday. I think they're moving around a lot so that they're not in the same area to kind of keep people from falling into them. You know what I mean? Or not falling into them, but you know what I mean, catching up with them. I don't know why the hell I said that, but anyway.
Because we have brain fog.
Don't fall into me. Right. Hey, Kane.
We have brain fog. Bye, Kane. Have a good lunch.
Take care, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about for a couple of days. Like, I feel like they might be like moving place to place at nighttime, obviously. So when people aren't seeing them, so on and so forth, and then that way people can't catch up with them.
And then they were saying that, so they're using Like they even the people in Mexico that Brian Enton was talking to, they're like, they didn't come into here because we've got cameras on everything. Like there's cameras everywhere. You can't do anything without being caught on a camera. But there's got to be some place. There's got to be some remote, don't you think?
Well, okay. Again, let's go back to this. Was it William? I think his name was. That
Yeah,
this is what he.
the
This
car
is what he.
dealership.
Yeah, this is what he does. Is he transports people over the border. He's very good at it, and he doesn't get caught. So when you got somebody that's a professional at something, guess what? You know, I'm just saying, like they're. Wait,
That he knows how to get in and out of there.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I mean, I forgot what your actual question was, but yeah,
like they're claiming that they have cameras, like they would catch whoever was trying to go into Mexico on these video surveillance and all this because they're
yeah, that's what I was meaning. Like a professional knows those cameras. They probably know where all the cameras are, ins and outs, where you can get in and out without people seeing you. Probably places you can drive over without having to go through the main and things like that. And here's the thing that I was told. A lot of times they don't bother with you as you're going over. It's just when you come back. Well, if they went over and dropped her off and came back through, there's no big deal.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The United States is not worried about people going into Mexico. They're worried about people coming out. So that would be on the United States side. Now, I can tell you going into Mexico, like I went in through an airport and oh my gosh,
I'm sure that's different.
The upper level of like checking into an airport and there's all the restaurants and gift shops and stuff like that. Right. When you get off the plane and you are like down underground, it is like dull and barren, like and sterile, like a medical hallway or something. You're just walking through and they have dogs and they have armed guards and at the like luggage carousel, like right there. And you have to they will check your bags and we didn't have to open them or anything, but they could if they want to when you,
sure.
So that's at the airport though. Now, so I'm saying in the border, Mexico might be a little bit more, that way.
See, that's what I was talking about. Like Border Patrol, as you're going over to Mexico from the States here, they don't really bother with you too much because you're going in to spend money in their country per se. It's when you come out, from what I understand and what I was told, is when they start messing with you. They check your vehicle, they check you, they check that. Well, no big deal. They took her in and they took her to where they were taking her, locked her down. And then they came back through to go on about their lives. So nobody thinks anything weird because they're over here. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Yeah, they could have just went right on through the real way, but yeah.
Yeah, and nobody can just go look for her there until they go look for her there. They can't fly helicopters over there and drones and use their little technical toys that they have to look for her pacemaker and stuff like that because that's not our airspace. They can't do that. So it's a good idea if you're going to do something like that. I hate to say it that way, but you know what I mean. And I hope, I still have all this hope that she's okay, but I have a very, very, very bad gut feeling she's not. So
I just keep thinking when I hear things like that, I'm like, they can't just be doing the, like just looking at the video surveillance that's in the normal way to get in. Like, do they have other people that are, staking out if like someone in chat knows, like Mike said, 15 miles west of Nogales, there's major gaps in the wall. Like if we know that,
there's a lot
they
of
should be staking out those places.
There's a lot of places like that they could just drive right around and drive right into it. And this is what that guy, like for instance, what people they do constantly back and forth. They know how to do it. And that's all they had to do. And all you need is a SUV. You can get all through that terrain, bing, bang, boom. That's it.
Yeah. So I guess what I took away from that is that it seems like maybe they are on a tail of somebody and they just haven't caught up yet.
I think they are. I think they're looking for somebody. I think they know who they're looking for. But you just can't go to Mexico and start knocking on everybody's door and say, hey, do you have this 84-year-old woman in your house?
No.
Mexico police are not going to cooperate in that aspect. They won't just let people do that. So,
yeah. What does it
in
say?
my
Oh, yeah,
opinion,
criminals don't use legal points of entry for sure.
yeah,
For sure.
Well, how am I getting?
I also keep getting the chills. Did you have the chills?
Very badly.
Like I could not get warm the other day.
I still have them. You see, I'm wearing a hoodie. I don't ever wear hoodies. I'm still cold.
Oh my gosh! I hope this doesn't last.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm achy. Like my neck and my shoulders and stuff are still achy. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think I'd ever be able. I've had like 5 shots, but you never know.
You can still get it.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be as bad. So imagine if we didn't take those shots, how this would feel.
Yeah, that's true.
If that's what this is.
That crossed my mind. She might be Kush. Like I hope that there's a abuela, Hispanic grandmother down in Mexico taking care of Nancy.
They're hanging out, drinking tequila, and just being
Oh.
safe. That would be awesome.
I know. Sad.
I hope the best for her.
I think because everything that I had lined up video wise has messed up today. I'm probably going to end. Are you going to go live today?
I have to, yeah.
Okay. So I am going to end here for today, guys. Just went over a few. Oh, did you see the beginning where I showed the Pima reality? Do you know they have a reality show?
No, I did not. I didn't see it, but no, I didn't know that.
It's just like mine.
A reality show.
Yes. Lucy, if you're still in here, did you see this? I'll show it one more time. It's hilarious. And I was like, this can't be real. It's all over YouTube. It's
Like
all over YouTube. Huh?
The government has a reality show?
Pima County Sheriff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pima County Sheriff's Department. It's called Desert Law.
I'm done. Wow.
Okay, I gotta restart it. I wish I could make this bigger. That's okay.
I give up.
The Sonoran Desert, where daytime can kill. Real danger. Wait till dark.
A slow night could turn fast very quickly.
911 emergency.
The whole world going to this right now.
Put your hands up! It's lawless out here.
Desert Law premieres Wednesday, January 7th at 10 with a private investigation on A&E. Watch next day on the A&E app.
That explains so many things.
So then, okay, let me do this. What's it called? Desert Law.
Yep.
We'll end with some laughs, okay?
Well, the way that they've treated this investigation, it's probably more like Reno 911.
There's some short. Where's the shorts? I want shorts. Now, come on, do Desert Law. There we go. I want shorts. There we go. They've got a bunch of promo. Oh, here we go. When a grocery store argument crosses the line, Desert Law.
We need some cops here at Walmart. Yeah, there's a fight. Somebody has a gun. Okay, try to stay far away from them, okay? I'm going to stay on the phone with you until a deputy arrives on scene. Okay.
Looks like 2 males are fighting at the Walmart. One of them mentioned a gun of some sort. You gonna go with him?
Stop at me. Really?
Where's the firearm?
In my pocket.
All right, face my vehicle.
Which pocket is it? The front?
Yeah, right there.
Is it
Bad
loaded?
boys, bad
Yeah,
boys.
but it's not Cambridge.
Gonna do.
She said, "Is it loaded?"
No, sir.
All right. What happened today?
Oh, he was in the line. He proceeded to me, "Hey, buddy, the line's back here. What the hell are you trying to do?" I told him, "Hey, wake up, bro. You're daydreaming." You know, he embarrassed me by yelling and screaming at me like I'm some sort of punk trying to cut in front of him. That was not the case. And he told me, "Look, buddy, you don't want to do this. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt you really bad."
Step back.
Okay? Well, I'm showing you what he did to me. So I showed him, "Look, bro, I'm disabled. I have a gun.
Bro.
Defend myself."
Oh man, that's what I worried about. Crazies showing up with those things.
Mm-hmm. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? Yeah, this is like some Super Trooper shit. Like I said, the way they handled this case, no. And now they have their own show. That's so interesting to me. God.
When I looked it up, it did say, I thought it said 2026, but someone, I think Badass or somebody said it was filmed 6 months ago. But they would have to film, it's not live, probably filmed before putting it on. So
does Sheriff Ding Dong star in it?
What's that?
Does Sheriff Ding Dong star in it?
I haven't seen him. It's been mostly
okay.
People in the field. Badass. Are you talking about Dago? We need to put Dago's link in the chat. It is True Crime Cafe with Dago.
That's me.
Yep. Or
I
are
am
we
he.
talking about karmic retribution? I wasn't sure. If anybody can drop anybody's links in here, that's fine.
Take care, Karmic, if you're leaving. Thanks for joining us today.
Have a great weekend, Karmic.
Do you watch her stuff? She's awesome.
Yes.
I can't wait to get her on the channel too.
Yes.
I'm working on it. Working it.
Yes. So I won't be on. Well, we got to talk about tomorrow night. So Dago and I will be on the verdict room. Right. Tomorrow night, 6:00
Eastern Standard Time.
Standard Time.
We will be joined by Miss Bronx Tales True Crime, Miss Logan, Mikey from the Last 24, and our special guest,
Audrey from Glitch DNA Labs, which is what I'm going to do the rest of the day, is kind of go back and watch some of her latest videos and get prepared for having a discussion with her. So if you follow the Idaho 4 case, I'm sure that she's going to share a lot. She's done a lot of research and has so much knowledge about the processes involved in DNA testing. And she went through all the reports and their results and their processes and explains things very well. So
I'm excited. I'm so excited. And I was going to try to slide in some questions about the Nancy Guthrie situation and see what she thinks about that at this point too. So
especially now that we've heard these comments that Othram took 48 hours and only had, so many skin cells. And
I can't wait for that one. I'm really curious to see her reaction to that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially, just the process alone. Is it even possible? How can you get through the whole procedure in that amount of time?
That's exactly what my question is going to be. Like, how can they do this that fast? And if they can, is it accurate? You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's my biggest issue right there. Is it accurate? Is it something that's trustworthy in that period of time? Because I have a lot of questions about that.
Yep. So we're going to be talking all about that tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're all going to have it posted. We're all streaming it, the co-hosts, and hope to see you guys then.
Yes.
I'm going to do my best to rest up, take lots of medicine so I can come back.
Feel better.
Fired up for Monday.
And I'll be live here shortly for my day show.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll go grab a snack and, take your little break, and then everybody head on over to the True Crime Cafe with Dago, and we'll continue on over there.
And I promise we won't talk about any tips.
I know. 'Cause I'm like, they used to say that all the time in the Idaho 4 case, the tips. We were like, no, not just the tip.
No more tip. No more
No
tips.
more tips. Yeah. Thanks for coming up today. I appreciate that.
Anytime. I always enjoy it.
The way
Sorry
I've been feeling.
Yes, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get up here with this stuff. So,
Oh, technology today, man. Is Mercury in retrograde? I keep saying that.
well, if my son would have not unplugged my power source, then we probably would have been doing this long time before. And then he denied it and said, I didn't do that. Well, if I didn't do it, your mother doesn't come back here. I know you did it. So
yeah. Oops.
Yes, it is
Thanks,
what it is.
Christina. I just would like to ask everybody, please hit the thumbs up on your way out. Just asking nicely, but isn't it amazing that we look at like our views on our videos and we get a lot of views, but then not a lot of people take the time to hit the thumbs up button.
It only takes a second. Right.
Yeah, please, if you would, it means a lot to us.
I'm getting commercials. Oh my
yeah.
God. I see why you guys get irritated with these commercials now, because they're like one after another after another.
Oh no. Oh, I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I told you YouTube on here.
Yeah, I pulled you up. I come in this side and then I pull you up over here so I can kind of follow the chat there too and type things and stuff like that. And it's rolling one after another. It's pretty wild. And I don't ever get commercials. I don't know what happened, but I'll have to go check my premium thing.
Let me you have premium in they're showing up?
Normally, yeah. I don't know. I have to check it and see if maybe it lapsed or something. That's all.
I don't think I clicked anything on that, but I told you everything's been weird today. So yeah, thanks for telling me. I will go check.
Jesse's right. She said they're extremely frequent, and they are. I've had probably 5 of them since we've been sitting here talking in the past few minutes. Yeah, there's a lot.
Bad. Oh my God.
Oh, it's okay. I just click out of them. No big deal.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Yep. See you in a little bit over at the cafe, and we'll be back here to clock in on Crime O'Clock on Monday, 11:30, and I'll see you on live at the Verdict Room tomorrow at 6 p.m.
That's right.
Eastern Time.
That's right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Have a great one, folks. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe. It's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time. Same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. That could be unique. Yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe. It's free. Come back again. We'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. It's free, it keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew, now right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. Yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear.